Hello Gemini and welcome to Providence. My name is KK and this is your general weekly reading for the week commencing the 7th of June 2020. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all very well. Once again, this is for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of Gemini, as well as the cross watchers. Everyone is most welcome here. And as always, please be reminded that this is a general weekly reading and only to take what resonates with you and leave the rest for somebody else out there in the collective Gemini. Well, here we are with the Hermit as the first card of your weekly reading. Now, the Hermit is the Virgo card, if that resonates with anybody out there. But this is a card about doing a little bit of soul searching this week. It's certainly going to be a reflective and introspective week for you. You're seeking your own inner guidance about situations and circumstances in your life at the moment. You're asking yourself those deeper soul searching sort of questions, and as I said, you are seeking your own inner wisdom, your own inner guidance, which is always represented by the star here, that the inner lantern that the Hermit always carries. Probably going to be feeling like keeping your own company this week, not particularly very social, and that's okay. It's good to have some downtime and ask ourselves these deeper questions every now and again, Gemini, and this is the week for you. Also, Gemini, we're moving into your, time of the year. So perhaps that is just also emphasizing this reflective mood that perhaps you're feeling this week. All right, let's get the rest of the cards on the deck for you, Gemini, and we'll get into this weekly reading. All right. Okay. Oh, my camera's at a funny angle, isn't it? Card at the bottom of the deck this week, the overarching energy, the Devil. This is known as the Capricorn card as well, but the energies of the Devil is our shadow selves. This is about, perhaps the soul searching you are doing is to do with your shadow self, the unhealthy attachments you might have, the restrictions, the limitations that you might put on yourself in life. As you can see, divine feminine and divine masculine here shackled to the Devil there, speaking about those restrictions and those limitations that you're putting on yourself. So this energy is going to be with you throughout the week, but it's also, it's great to have that Hermit energy so you can delve a little bit deeper into your shadow self. There's nothing wrong with that. We all have to do it from time to time, Gemini. All right, let us see what is crossing you this week, Gemini. Well, this Three of Cups, this is really interesting. This card keeps coming up in this position for most of the readings this week. It's very curious, and I'm shuffling like crazy. So there's certainly some celebrations to be had around group activities through collaborations, and I'm just quite wary in this case of using that word collaboration, because when we think, I think a lot of people think the word collaboration absolutely means in sort of a work setting, you've all been collaborating on a work project or something like that. But collaborations as far as in groups, it can be your friendship groups, your family groups, your community can collaborate together. But there's some celebration that's going on. There's some success that comes through collaborations this week. So, this is talking about a social collaboration. Lots of people. Got the Hermit here speaking about being alone. So you've got a little bit of, conflict there, I guess. I don't think it's a huge conflict. I'm really joking a little bit, Gemini, but perhaps this has been a long time coming. I have a feeling it's in a community setting for you somehow, Gemini, whether your community has been fighting for something in particular, and there's an outcome that's very successful for you all and you're celebrating. Perhaps you're just reflecting on the challenges along the way to bring this success and this celebration together. The Chariot is in your past position, Gemini. And this just speaks of this utter willpower, this determination, this action, forward momentum that you've had going. And it's to do with this great success here. what you're celebrating. You have been in the driver's seat. You've had the sphinxes pulling you along. No obstacles have stood in your way. You've been very much in control, very determined to succeed. This is the major action card of the tarot. So this is absolute forward momentum at great speed and great fury with those sphinxes pulling you along. It has served you very, very well. Whatever this success is wonderful. It is bringing you the sun in your grounding position. This is the most positive card in the tarot deck. This is about fun. This is about success again. This is about vitality, life-giving. Look at that child and just the innocence of joy and glee on their faces. The sun is shining down. Whatever this success is that you're celebrating this week, it is absolutely positive. It is so well deserved, and it's going to bring much more success and positivity into your life. So celebrate well. I have a feeling you might have a little bit of a headache after such a celebration here. Oh, the sun and the moon. Look at that. So the moon is in your crowning position this week. This is traditionally the Cancer card. Gemini, I also sometimes read it as the Pisces card, depending sort of on the other cards. But the moon certainly speaks about intuition, speaks about your subconscious. And the moon always comes up when information is revealed to you. The moon reveals things that are unknown, if that speaks. So whatever this great success is, I think there's a little piece of the puzzle that is going to be revealed to you this week. You haven't known it. And it comes in the form of intuitive messages, whether that's a download from the universe, whether that's through a dream, whether that's through a synchronicity, a coincidence happening. Information is going to be revealed to you. So, so pay attention to your dreams this week. That's often a realm in which the moon works in, but it's a piece of the puzzle. It's definitely a piece of the puzzle to whatever you are celebrating here. And I'm not saying that this is a false celebration, because I don't think it is. I think there's great success. But there's just a little piece of the puzzle that's absolutely going to be, it's going to give you the full big picture is what I'm trying to say. Wow. And then the Six of Cups is the outcome of all of this. This piece of the puzzle's from your past. This is the nostalgia card. I'm getting very excited, Gemini. Listen to my voice. So the Six of Cups is the walk down memory lane. This is nostalgia. This is about you revisiting your past memories. This card often turns up when people from our past all of a sudden pop in. Correct me if and I could be wrong. I think Venus is about to go retrograde either this week or next week. I think Mercury's, they're all going retrograde. It's all just crazy at the moment. But the reason I said Venus going retrograde is that often has, the blast from the past kind of turn up. It's that sort of energy. Or you hear a song that you used to, really like at high school or something. It takes you back. And the reason these things happen is to remind you of a feeling, a goal, a wish that you had in the past that's, just kind of fallen off the wayside a little bit as life has gone on. This is what it's trying to remind you of. This is actually quite exciting reading. This moon's going to reveal something of the past here. I so want to know what that is, Gemini. As always, I like to take one final message just to summarise the weekly readings. But if you are resonating with this, by all means, please give the video a like. Feel free to leave a comment if you would like to. And if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button below the video. Oops. As I do have ongoing weekly readings for everybody. And what actually popped out, I know a whole heap of cards slid that way, but one actually popped out towards me is the number 6. It's Beaver Spirit. Lay a solid foundation. Lay a solid foundation. Wow, it's really curious. I'm just so drawn to this past card. Yeah, it's going to be big information that comes to you. Perhaps this celebration here is something that's been a long time coming. It's got to do with your past. Anyway, let us see what Beaver Spirit has to say to you this week. Beaver Spirit is here to tell you about the power living within you that is born of the universe from which all life arises. This is the power to establish a connection with the universal consciousness so you can deliberately co-create the world you desire. Know that it takes work, determination, and sustained effort to co-create and lay a solid foundation for your dreams. You can ensure that your world will be prosperous and purposeful, filled with love and joy, and rich with magic and meaning. That which you will desire will come to you and remain sustainably if you build it on a sturdy foundation. Keep your intention and your energy consistent and deliberate, using all resources and the energy of this wonderful, productive time. Have faith for the universe to co-create with you. Your success is assured. The universe is your partner, helping you along as you change the course of your life in the way your heart desires. I will leave you with that as the final message of the week, Gemini. I wish you a fabulous week ahead. I do look forward to seeing you next week. And until then, from me to you, much love and light. Bye-bye.